So, do you guys hold on to losers?
See that?
Not anymore, huh?
Not anymore.
See that?
It can happen. Well, so what could have happened? What could have happened? I don't know if it's correct English. So what could have happened if you just did take your loss, and well, the price faked you. Okay, so let's say you're taking a loss at this level, and the price, instead of moving down, okay, so you took your loss somewhere here or even lower. And the price, instead of moving up, it just decided to wick you out. Okay, so it was just a wick down and it exploded to the upside. So what can you do in such situation? What can you expect for the price to even do? Using your TA, using your knowledge about the market already. Without oscillators.
Yeah, well, if it just wicks you out and then you don't just re-enter it, you just stay away. You should ideally, really.
Okay, so I will tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Next time. So you will be more happy to take losers. This is what helped me. Just drawing those zones and zones. So let's say the price fakes you out, okay? And it comes back to the range, and not only comes back to the range, but also breaks it to the upside. And you have a confirmation. Let's say we made this zone on the hourly, and you have a confirmation. You have an hourly close and a follow through above it, probably on a decent volume. Although this was a decent volume on the hourly to break the range, but let's say it faked you out. So what can you do here? What the market, what you can expect. Of course, you can stay away. I mean, I stay away for a while and I watch the price action to see what it does. But the logical thing, you were bullish, and the market proved that you are okay to be bullish because it's still bullish, okay? Because it faked you out to the downside, got your stop loss triggered, and then moved in your favor. So what can you do here? You can literally wait for the price action here and see what it does. If it broke and it confirmed, you have an entry here. Of course, you lost your beautiful entry lower, okay, somewhere here. It happens, but you have to digest it, but you will still have opportunity. So in this case, by taking a loss and by proving you were wrong with your trade, I mean, with the stop loss, with risk management, it's just the market, what it does sometimes. It will just hunt for liquidity. You were proved with your bias and what you want really to do. You want a good confirmation and you want to make money on this too. So you should be happy because you're correct in your bias. You were, well, it was not your entry here, but then you have another one coming from here.
Yeah.
Or you can use EMAs or any other strategy, some kind of this, and you can go to the next zone, which I don't have it on this chart. Okay, so this is the actual example why you should take loss, because the opportunity is always around the corner. So even if you take a loser here, and even if you get a higher entry than you had before, but maybe it will be easier to manage the risk, and probably the price action will provide you more information about the market and you will have a better trade. Understand? So instead of like thinking, I'll hold on this trade because the market will move my way, just take a fucking loss and then see if the market moves in your way or not. And it will inflict sometimes not having those sexy little entries as everybody would love to have, and I like to have them. But then it's only about, well, it's just an information, and it gave you an information about what to do. So in this situation, what you could do, like you have a follow through and you could wish for an entry somewhere here near the broken support becoming a resistance and to drive it to the lower parts. It didn't give you the opportunity. Well, so here we are. And if you are bearish on it, you could really take a short here and you would be safer. Even being wrong about the bias, just taking a short at the resistance here, than longing somewhere here, because it will be under the resistance. So you can't literally put on your bias. So you can just try to play the range. If it will prove you wrong, and if it will confirm about this resistance and this one, then you have a really nice trade to be made. If it will break below this one on the 4-hour, I will turn my bias around and I will become short and medium term bearish, and I will probably try to find a short entry. So this is always market is providing you an information, and you're taking a loss. Well, it's good to take a loss because it's, you saw on your account you went like a rock down, and you were just lucky bastard here.
Yeah.
Able to regain. So you can see what is when you don't take a loss. Sometimes you won't have such luck. Sometimes you will have a dump like hell, and the price will not recover from your entry price.
Yeah.
For a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you longed somewhere here because you were wishing for a trend to continue, and you would manage to hold your position still, it's like 20% on Forex. It's just Bitcoin going to $1,000. It's fucking crazy. So it didn't recover yet. So of course it's a giant oscillators, but sometimes you won't have such luck. So it's good. It's good sometimes to be wrong, but think about it constructively. What information can you get from being wrong? Okay, so assuming that you place your stop loss correctly and your risk management zone was correctly, so talking about principles, that the stop loss should be in the area, you should take a loss when the market proves you are wrong. You can assume that it has some kind of more movement to the downside, okay, and you can act on it or not. So if you're overly bullish and you don't want to counter trade, you can just wait for the price action to get to the next support zone and try longing it. So in this case, this long with my risk management on the lower time frames would be like, I don't remember, like 7 or 8 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So that means that even if I longed here, and longed here, I would still be up on my account. Even with 3 mistakes, I could really, with one good trade, you can really nullify them. But then you need to just look at the price action as a source of information, what it says to you. So you had a good risk management and market proved you are wrong. So if you are wrong, you can work on it. And sometimes you will think you are wrong, but market just played fool with you and will continue. So then you need to be able to read this information in a proper way. So if it was a fake out and it moved above the resistance, becoming back support, then you have this little zone here to be played, and I wouldn't be risking longing like big time and wishing for it to break, and I would be just probably scalping this zone if it came back to it. But then you have a signal for yourself. Like for me, breaking this zone on the 4-hour will be becoming bearish. If it breaks it to the upside, I will be more bullish and I will be looking for longs to the next level. Okay. So it's always an information. Don't be afraid to take a loss. Remember, like you were not taking losers, you were afraid, but see, you took losses and you're still going up with your account. Okay, so don't be afraid of them. They will just a stop loss is a parachute. Like taking a loss, it's literally a parachute.
Yeah.
Because nothing is worse than averaging down your position.